Have you ever felt lost at the crossroads, stuck in a rut, not really sure where you want to go, what you even enjoy anymore? You're literally stuck. You're waking up in the morning just thinking there's got to be something more than this. You're plodding along, each day is the same, but you can't shake that feeling, that feeling of emptiness, that feeling of not being able to feel fulfilled. There's something lacking, something missing, and you can't put your finger on it. That was me last year. Going up to December, January, so late 23, early 24, I was stuck. I was at the crossroads. I was in a great career, working for a really good coaching company, fully remote, but there was something that was missing. I was waking up depressed, crying. I was like, why are you crying? Now, I'd lost my mum, but that was like 4 years before. So I knew it was like in the lead up to Christmas, so maybe there was that still hanging over me, but it'd been 4 years. And I kind of thought, it's not just that, there's something more, there's something deeper. And I couldn't put my finger on it. I literally lost all motivation for work. It didn't interest me anymore. I didn't have that zest, that fire inside, and I just felt something was missing, but I couldn't figure out what that was. I was in talks with work, and they had agreed initially that I was okay to go on this trip, but then because my lack of motivation and enthusiasm for work, that then came into the pipeline. So we had talks and started to feel a little bit better, but it still wasn't right. There was something inside I was lacking, missing and craving, and I didn't know what it was. Anyway, we agreed that I could still go. I flew over to Peru and I had a week's holiday there. I'm Machu Picchu, but as soon as I stepped foot in Peru, with the sun blazing down, there was something that changed in me, and I just felt like a huge release, like a weight had been lifted. I couldn't work out what it was. It was just nice to be there. I felt free, like I'd been caged in, and I felt free when I arrived. So I had my week of wholesomeness, lots of time to reflect, and I came back from that holiday going into remote work in South America, working the same hours. So I'd get up at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, depending on time zone, and work. But I loved it. Like I had a buzz back for work, and I think it was just being in a new environment and having that time to reflect and just change of my 4 walls. I think being at home, working remotely, and just being in that same space day in, day out was draining. So I felt that sense of release when I was in Peru. When even though I was working, I didn't mind getting up early because it meant I finished early at like 11, 12 o'clock in the day. I was free to then go and explore an amazing country. Now, I went to the Galapagos afterwards in Ecuador, and that was just amazing, surrounded by beautiful marine life, just free. After I finished work, I'd go to the beach and just go for walks, and it was so nourishing for my soul. I was journaling. I felt good. I was starting to get back to that vibrant Nadia, because I was lost for a while and I couldn't work out. Back then, I was crying, waking up in the morning, thinking, what's wrong with me? And then I've gone from that to just feeling free and light, and yeah, just good and back to normal. I was getting there and it felt amazing. However, I still had that little feeling that I do want to make an impact in this world, and it'd been something that I'd been ruminating for a while, and it, popped up and, down a couple of times, popped up, and I have conversations with my boss, and then we're looking at things that I could do to fill that void or to fill that impact, but there was something still there. So I was much happier now. My whole outlook was just, I was like a changed woman anyway, but I still had that feeling of wanting to make an impact, and I journaled and I'd walked and reflected, and it was still there. There was something I needed to do. I got an email in my inbox, and it was all about taking your learning and what you know and sharing it with the world, and that was it. That was the catalyst. after doing all that thought and the reflection on the travel, that was what I needed to hear at that right time. So I signed up for a year-long mastermind, and I thought, I'd work and maybe see where this direction goes, but I'll be able to give back and teach what I know and share my knowledge of all this amazing stuff that I've learned over like 20 years of self-development, and share that with others. And then it evolved. The more I worked and the more I reflected and the more I was away, it evolved into like combining what I love with the experience I have. And that was brought out by this course as well. It was like all the bits started falling into place. The puzzle that was scattered all over the place, it's now starting to form and come together. I was starting to put together piece by piece by piece to make the complete picture. So I'm buzzing now, I've got this newfound, like, yes, something to fulfill that need inside that was, I was yearning for a while. Something to take all my experience and knowledge that I've accumulated over 20 odd years of travel, of self-development, of loss, of depression, of all of that stuff. Put it all together and help others. That came to me through all these different little events happening, but the catalyst, the wrapper, was me taking that bold move to then take a step outside of my current world and go on that journey to South America. And I'm still here now. Not from there, I've come back. South America's always going to have a place for me, really will. But I made it my vow to like travel around to every country, and I've done that now, and I will keep on returning, because there's something about being outside of your comfort zone, being outside of your natural environment, having something different that really helps with your thinking, your well-being, your emotional state, the inside, the freedom that I feel from just being here and being able to do. So all of that was brought about by travel. And I don't work for that company anymore. I was in South America and I got made redundant, and it was a blessing in disguise, because it then actually helped and pushed me further into this career. And I stand here today, or sit here today, as a travel and mindset coach, who's then gone on to further study. So I've got the accreditation, I'm an unbreakable mindset coach. And all of this started because I took a trip, a journey. I made a decision to go for it. That journey led me into something remarkable, something that fulfills my needs and that yearning that I was craving for that impact, something that fills my heart and soul with like fire and passion, and the fact that I can help others, and the fact that I know that how transformative travel is and how it can really help with you and your career, your mindset, your well-being, your happiness, working out what you want, discovery, mindset, confidence, setting your goals, coming back, taking everything that you learn and just going for it. So I'm always going to be a big advocate of travel, and like mindset I've always been big into ever since I got depressed. That's another story. Ever since I was at a low point, I managed to find my way back out, and that was all to do with building my mindset, building that tool, and realizing that we are resilient, that we are strong, that we've got everything in us. And yeah, sometimes you need that help along the way. But I found a passion, and I found something that I love doing, and making an impact is just one of the beautiful ways to give back to this world. I had a client today, and she's had some breakthroughs, and that just fills my heart. Like seeing other people do what they really want and smashing their goals, that fills me with so much fire, and that's why I do what I do. But the point of this video was all about just saying that yes, sometimes things can be scary, but travel can be one of the greatest ways of being able to work out what you want. It can be great for the mind, it can be great for the soul, it can be great for pushing you forward in all different aspects of your life. But it first comes with intentions and setting intention. Why you want to go on a trip and what you want to get out of it. And then it takes you having a look and reflecting on what you've learned and what you've got, and bringing all that knowledge back as well, and then applying it. Yes, you can go on a trip to see beautiful countries and see beautiful things. But if you tie in an intention behind that trip, it's so valuable, because not only have you got new memories, but you could have the beginning of a new life, a new start, a new happiness. The travel has been the glue that's pulled everything together for me. So I was at that crossroads, but now I'm on a clear path and I know what I'm doing, and you can too. But if you need any help, then I'm here. Put your details in there, like put whatever you need in the comments, get in touch. I'm on Instagram, I'm on here, or book a discovery call. I leave it all in the comments. But if you're at that point, you're at a crossroads and you need a little bit of help, guidance, or just someone to have a chat to, then yeah, get in touch and I'll be more than happy to help you. And don't forget, if you've liked this video, please subscribe, comment and share. It means the world to me.